Hi,
we've
everyone.
arrived on yours, and we've arrived on mine. Okay, hi everyone.
It's Billy.
And Miranda. Nice to see you
100
all.
days in the arena. For me, it's day 31.
31, that's a good number. I am 25, not in age, but...
So we're tag teaming our 100 days in the arena right now, just
are.
so you know what's going on. So
Yes. So we've got two screens, so if we look like we're not paying attention, we're just sort of going back and forth.
Yes.
That explains it. So, yes. Oh,
Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn.
Hi. So yes, we used to be in this venue quite frequently, although we weren't standing because there's a bit of a renovation going on around us. So it's nice to be back in this room, and I know that both of us have been going into all sorts of different kind of venues to get this done, and closets and the like.
I'm not in my closet today.
Right. And I'm not in my bed, so there you go.
I'm coming out of the closet, people.
But anyway,
So we had a meeting today. So we're business partners.
That's right.
We had a meeting today. So we thought, you know what? Miranda was, what's the word I'm looking for? Inspired to do this challenge with me, which I totally appreciate. So we thought, why not do it together for a day?
Why not do it together for a day?
Change it up a little.
That's
and, just change things.
We've got a lot of like headlighting.
It's our halos.
Although not on yours. See, it's just
It's our halos. It's got our iPad.
We could do calf raises. Okay, so today we are going to talk about Vetiver. All right.
My first love. That's what I titled this one. It's my first love.
So Vetiver is. So yesterday I talked about. Oh, somebody's calling. Jeez. So okay. So it's never good. Yesterday I talked about balance because I did the top 10 oils, and then I mentioned that then I have 2 extra slots in my holder at my classes. So the other oils that I can't live without are Vetiver and Balance that I did yesterday. Okay, so here we are to talk about this one today. Now the consistency of Vetiver is quite a bit different than that of any other oil in our collection that I can think of. It's although I have been heating it up.
See, it's not coming out.
I just
There's
sort
a
of
saying,
stick
like-
it in my bra with the lid on so that it really gets hot in there, and then but we both had a little before this and so on, and it's usually kind of the consistency of honey, so it's really difficult to get out of the bottle, particularly if you haven't warmed it up. So if you are using this oil, I either tell people to keep it in your back pocket for a couple of minutes, and then it warms it up quite nicely, but also having a dropper in this one is really advisable.
My little trick is I hold it upside down and I go like this and I rub it.
Oh,
I rub it for about 10 seconds.
You're brave.
Look, see, it comes
You're
out. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's very, very like thick. Actually says like honey.
Right.
So we don't want to be wasting this stuff. So I put it on my pulse points. It's the first time I actually took this in one internally.
I go under the tongue. Yeah, it tastes a little bit.
Oh, Jen uses a dropper. Yeah.
It's a good way to go. So I put this directly under my tongue, but again, it does take sort of a couple of minutes to get it heated up. And so Vetiver is from Haiti, so it's sourced in Haiti in the grasslands there. That's why I had my little grassy emoji today. And this is for all things anxiety. Okay, so most recently we've been released the Adaptive Blend, but a totally different blend altogether than this Vetiver. So this was sort of the original anti-anxiety oil, and I would say the heavy hitter, really. This is the extra strength, right? They say liquid Xanax of the essential oil world. So it's particularly for people that really have issues with things like fear of flying, or specific things that everybody's calling me. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Fear of flying, I said, and then
fear, like pretty much. I used it for insomnia because I had major insomnia.
Fear of life itself.
Careful. I had major insomnia. Oh, look, even Plita says Vetiver saves lives. Other people see it. Mama Tamer Blend. Yes, totally. When I started using this, I was having major insomnia and I was still breastfeeding. So I wouldn't even take like melatonin. It never worked for me. Anyways, or any kind of sleep aids because they said you're not supposed to because it'll come out in your breast milk. Although it would make my baby sleep more, which was really a good thing. But I still never took the risk.
Precautionary.
So I would be up till 2, 3 in the morning with my brain just going
Hamster.
and going and thinking about this and thinking about that and all about the things and what's going to happen when my kids go to university.
Oh.
Yeah. My brain goes a mile a minute.
Okay.
So this little puppy helped me because what it does is that little wheel in your head, it kind of slows it down. And it actually helped me fall asleep. But the best thing is that helped me stay asleep. So that if I'd wake up in the middle of the night and have to go to the bathroom, because I always have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I'd be up for hours again, just wandering around. Then my restless legs syndrome would kick in because I'd be overtired.
Just a ripple effect.
It was brutal. So Vetiver used to be my savior. And I say used to be because, again, I usually am like adaptive to my thing now. However, I keep this for on those days that I really know I want to get a good night's sleep, and I still will just take a drop like I just did, and I put it under my big toe, because that's in like reflexology, the meridians are connected to your head, so it actually kind of gets right there and slows it down and helps you pass out.
There you go. Hi, Louise. So in the diffuser also, bedtime, or just in terms of getting relaxed and having that sort of inner quiet, both in the mind, the body, and spirit.
Inner quiet, what does that mean?
I know, right? Now, in terms of studying, people that are deep in study habits or doing papers, working on things like that. So this Thinker blend actually has Vetiver in it, and this is part of the kids collection, which was released last Christmas. So one of the key components of this
convention.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Started with a C, about 7 letters. Yeah. So key components of this Thinker blend is Vetiver. Okay, so there's been a lot of testing and studies on kids and adults alike with ADD and ADHD, as well as kids on the spectrum, that can benefit from both Vetiver and Thinker, which contains Vetiver. Okay, so for anyone that has issues in those departments, or if you have children that do, either of these two would be great options, and you can talk to either of us about that further.
And then you can always add them, like layer them up, double them up, like add Serenity. When I first started, I used to diffuse Vetiver with lavender because I personally didn't really like the smell of it. Or you can add Serenity to it, or you
balance
can balance is great,
or a tree oil. Just sort of
cedar wood,
some body.
Anything. So
it is it's got a real depth to it. It's like a real grounding. It's very earthy. It's also it may be in the Aspire blend, and also Amavi. Is it in the men's Amavi blend?
I've never smelled the Amavi.
Okay, it's also very earthy, and this does blend well for men in like a roller bottle as well, not only for anxiety purpose, but also sort of as a personal fragrance as opposed to synthetics. Okay, just as a side note.
Oh, Serenity has Vetiver in it too, of course.
There you go.
Serenity's like the calming oils together, but I would add Vetiver just to extra strength it.
Yes, so this is one of the sleep oils. So lavender, Serenity, Vetiver, and cedarwood. There you go. Okay,
right.
Good.
That's all for today.
I think that's it for today, and we'll be back, both of us individually, tomorrow.
I'll be back in my closet tomorrow.
We're really trying to get her out of there. We will one day.
Hey, this is part of it. I'm coming out of the closet, right? I'm about doTERRA.
Okay, so have a good evening tonight. Enjoy and get some good sleep. And if you do need help in that department, then let either of us know, and we can hook you up if you haven't already been with either of these two or others that we have to help you in those departments.
Hi, Lindy.
Okay, bye for now. See you soon. Take care.